Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. In today's show, Future Friday, we're going to talk about AI in medical systems, specifically focusing on Midjourney. So let's dive deep into it. So what exactly is the problem? Well, problem is that we are living longer. Like, wait a minute, why is that problem? Well, death does not disappear if you start to live longer. It just takes a silent killer path, meaning your quality of life is very fragile nowadays, meaning you could be in immeasurable pain and still live for freaking 30 to 40 years. So it's a very brutal thing. And again, most of the people who are getting killed by cancer is not because we do not know how to handle cancer. It's just that diagnostic was not done on time. So fundamentally, we are blind with our medical technology if we cannot see inside human body with high enough resolution. Now, be mindful. Inside our body, we have known for long ago how we used to cut them open. So doing harmlessly, that's the key part. And MRI is amazing technology for that. It allows us to see soft tissue quite well. Why soft tissue? Most things that your body has soft tissue generally has higher concentration of water. This puppy is not that great for bones. Bones do not have enough height. Again, it has some, so it will show up. It's just not great, so to say. So not that great for bone related stuff, but amazing for soft body, meaning if I have a slip disc, I do, this puppy can like look into it, go inside the bones, as in like look into the nerves, and it's like, okay, this is what's happening, this is where your bulge is, this is how much compression is there. All of that it can do. It's great for spinal, soft tissues, brain, GG. Then you have CAT scanner. Great for calcium. X-ray and calcium, they make love. They make strong love. So whenever you're talking about bone, let's say you had a car crash and doctor needs to see what is your skeleton structure, they will put you in a CAT scan and ta-da. And CAT scan is also fast. MRI could easily take hour to hours. CAT scan is like boom, done, go. It's very fast, like 3 to 5 minutes or maximum 10 to 30 minutes can be done. So it's fast. Unfortunately, CAT scan is X-ray. That's how they are seeing inside your body. This puppy is X-ray. It's cooking you alive. So it's not something, oh, do X-ray in the morning, do X-ray in the evening. No, no, no. Do X-ray if you have to. It's not like once in a a regular thing. Like it's not like taking temperature or something. MRI you can do 24/7. Problem is MRI is claustrophobic. Like I've been to an MRI machine for a few times, and I have to say, like, I'm a very slim guy, practically speaking. I have no idea how the heck, if you are like a bit chunky, how the heck you fit inside an MRI machine. Like I feel for you. And I have no idea why the heck a solid state machine makes sound. I know, but like, I really hate it. It's like, you know the frequency of that sound. Why the heck you do not build a dedicated sound dampening for that? Heck, have active noise cancellation. They are generally in isolated room. You should be able to recreate it. But like, it is painful. And again, if you go into any MRI hospitals, you will see there is always a procedure to keep someone stasis. Basically, if you have children to deal with or people who are getting claustrophobia, they will give you anesthesia for that. Or like if you are kids, like they can give you sleeping medication. Because again, it is brutal. And not to mention, you have to stay still. So not only it's a tube that you are doing inside, but it's also very claustrophobic and you have to remain static. God help you, like they did put that helmet on my face. Is like, it's brutal. So there is a problem with that. Like just from a comfort point of view, just from a oh, and God help you if you have something that is metal inside your body that is reactive to MRI magnetic field. I do have dental fillings that are metal. It does not matter because they are MRI safe. Not all metals are MRI safe. So if you have those, yeah. So there are genuine reasons where you cannot get inside MRI, even if somebody can just like, knock you out. So great technologies, but they have fundamental issues. Fast, quick, dangerous, slow, methodic, but very brutal. So how the heck we do this? Like, how can you actually see inside a human body? All this process is possible because of two core things. First, amazing understanding of mathematics. Second, compute. Let that be very clear. Math we have sorted out long ago. It's just that can we actually deploy that mathematics? That's not done. So computational tomography or computated tomography, it's a one-dimensional data stream that you extract into 3D. So that puppy is complex. Let that be very clear. The mathematics is in inverse radon transform. That was figured out in 1917. Ancient technology. It's just that the machine took 1971 to build. Let that be clear. X-ray was there. 90s X-ray was there. It's just that, oh, why couldn't they make an analog X-ray film development, which again, we had X-ray films. So why couldn't we just like, capture this? You can capture this. Great, amazing. You can't recreate it. The mathematics that will take to take this slices, and again, be mindful, they are showing color, it's not color, it's black and white. So taking this back project into this and get a 3D slice image, yeah, it would take like a human thousands of years. Its math is doable. Again, we figured out the math. It's just that you could not do fast enough. Thankfully, by 1980s, computers became a thing. By 1950s, computer became a thing. By 60s, people were starting to miniaturize it. 70s, they finally started to do useful things with it. So that happened. And just a few short years later, MRI happened. Now, MRI is basically, whenever you're talking about CAT scan is X-ray source detectors going YOLO around you. So it's a very fast machine that is spinning. And again, they have to spin as fast as possible, so they do not overexpose you. Basically, they do not want to cook you alive, like do as fast as possible. So it's great, but it has a lot of moving part and X-ray. MRI is a solid state machine. Nothing moves in there. Now, wait a minute. Why the heck it makes so much sound? Yeah, the coils are naughty. Again, physically nothing moves. There is a tray that puts you inside and pulls you outside. So we start with the big ass magnet. Now the big ass magnet's whole job is brute force all the hydrogen protons in your body to behave. Basically, nope, all the hydrogen has to follow the same axis. Now, would that hurt you? No. No, you're just adjusting the magnetic behavior of that. Basically, when you are walking on Earth, you do not notice the magnetic field. Same thing inside MRI, even though the magnetic field is thousands of times more faster. So the key is the faster, stronger the magnetic field, the clearer the image would be. So we started with like 0.5 permanent magnet Tesla. You could see inside, not that great. Then we slowly kept working, and now most of the places in India, you should be easily able to get 1.5 Tesla imaging. And if you have money, or you seriously want, okay, one is there in my town also, 3 Tesla. And if you are like, in experimental research branch of neuroscience, you can go as high as 5 Tesla. And again, at 5 Tesla is so crisp, you can see neurons. Like not exactly this neuron, but like neuron model, like the whole brain becomes like crystal 4K. So that's how we align all of your hydrogen atoms in one axis, that big daddy magnet. After that, we have these 3 magnets. Now be mindful, you are screaming radio waves and you are listening to its coil, echo, so to say. Okay, you are screaming radio, you are listening to radio. How the heck you are tuning something in 3 dimensions? Well, this is where these coils, noisy coils, comes into it. So you have Z coil. Z coil is basically where exactly you have to take the slice. It's like in my case, it was like, yeah, here. My L5 is like, tweet, focus here. So they create the magnetic field, and that tunes the basically spectrum, not even spectrum, wavelength. Basically, this exact frequency I will scream, and based on the Z coil data, radio antenna knows everything I'm listening is coming from this point. So they will store what was the Z coil on value and where that slice corresponds to. Okay, you got the Z coil that is creating your slice. Cool, awesome. That's not that difficult. Like you're magnetically, you have 2 coils on the upper ends, one here, one there, and you're tuning where. Okay, simple. Then you have X coil that goes from here to here, here to here. So all it does now, wait a minute, you have ginormous magnetic force going on you. How can you add magnetic field to it? Yeah, it adds very little bit, like 0.001 Tesla would be higher here, and it will be 0 here. 0 as in relative, as in like everything is assumed negative, flat 0 when you are inside MRI. That's the whole point of that magnetic field. Force everything into one domain. So the change from your left to right is very minimal. But again, it does give you that dimensionality gradient. It's like, hey, if I'm getting this sort of higher magnetic reading, it's on this side. How do you read it? Based on the radio frequency. The frequency shifts. Basically, this gives you, okay, 64 megahertz. It goes like 64.001 megahertz. Okay, it's here. 002, it's here. 003. Okay, that gives you 1 dimension. You're still at 1 dimension. You just like, okay, slice, dimension, useless. How do you get the second dimension? Basically, the image. For that, you utilize Y coil, basically from here to back. Now, this Y coil is the black magic part. What it does, it screams. Okay, so when you're talking about radio wave, the frequency is one domain. You can easily monitor it. Antennas can pick it up. Cool, awesome. Here's the, there is another domain in radio, which we call polarity, as in, let's just call it spin. So that is a second data. Somebody figured out based on the intensity, I can tweak it. Basically, they're like, hey, I am pulsing it once. This is strong number 1. Twing. They're gonna assume it's 1. Okay. How do you create slice behind me? Well, okay, now I'm going to scream a bit louder. This will be slice number 2. Twing, basically how you have Excel sheet, rows and column. So X coil gives you rows. Column going to is Y coil, and Y coil screams. And every time it screams, it's a different column. So how to differentiate between that? Make the coil scream louder. So it's going to be twing, twing, twing. It keeps increasing it like 256 levels. And that's why this puppy takes so long. And when you are hearing that, yeah, these coils are rearranging. Why they are screaming? The coil is not physically moving, it's flexing. Because you are inside a ginormous magnet, even changing a little bit, those coils get, even though they are bonded with sometimes carbon fiber, epoxied inside, they still flexes like. So, because again, you are like, so that's how you lock the axis in 3 dimensions. Z coil, where the slice. X coil, left to right, and Y coil going boom, 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 boom. That's going column by column by column, column. Okay, that gives you data. How the heck data becomes image? Data is this. This to that becomes from what we classify as 2D fast Fourier transform, another ancient mathematics. So if you ever wondered what the hell people do with mathematics, that's what they do. Take this, convert that into that. Oh, by the way, this CAT scan, you can do that. Like all the software is available. People have built their own in-house CAT scan for objects with dental X-rays. Their tubes are cheaply available, second hand, third hand. So if you are somewhat hardworking, you can make your own CAT scan in-house. MRI, I don't think so. Although 1 Tesla is not that hard to do with a neodymium magnet. It's just that it will be only for mouse head. Although these coils will be difficult to do. Oh, they are not superconducting. They are not superconducting coils. But again, I do not get it. It's like, why the heck the sound? If you know the pulsing frequency, why the heck you do not have a deadening for that exact frequency? But again, all of this is math. Like you show someone this image, only a mathematician can be like, let me solve it and give you a slice. And you have multiple slices going through because of Z-axis, Z coils, and voila, full image. So mathematics, lots of mathematics. And be mindful, that mathematics I'm talking about, this is base mathematics. This gives you the first thing. Then you have a lot of filtration, so you get crisp image out of it. Another filtrations. So what about these tool sets? Well, cost, discomfort, and harm. These 3 things are go hand in hand. MRIs are idiotically expensive because they have a superconducting magnet which never is off. It's always on. Now, thankfully, superconductors have the benefit of infinitely low resistance, as in 0 ohms. You can pump current into it and it will magnetize and it will become a permanent magnet as long as its superconductivity is maintained. How do you maintain it? You dunk it in liquid helium. Problem, helium will boil off no matter how good your insulation is. So back in the day, they used to boil it off, so it was idiotically expensive. Now they realize helium is rare, precious. They're like, okay, let's dunk that bathtub into liquid nitrogen. Have a cryo cooler running 24/7. That's why the electricity bill comes. The cryo cooler cools the nitrogen. Nitrogen acts as a buffer, and that keeps your helium completely stable. Some can directly do basically helium cooling. Not recommended. Generally, and again, by the way, this is the exact same way the Japanese maglev works. They also needed super strong magnets. How the heck you keep that sort of strong magnet? Permanent magnet does not go to that strength. They're like, okay, superconductor. How do you keep the superconductor? Dunk it in liquid helium. How do you make sure the liquid helium does not boil? Dunk it in liquid nitrogen. How do you make sure the liquid nitrogen does not boil? Put a cryo cooler. So that's how they do. And again, they insulate the hell out of it. The liquid nitrogen is just a best insulation layer they could have for liquid helium. So it is expensive. And not to mention, you need a dude whose sole job is to tweak knobs to like basically get the contrast. Basically for spine, they want different kind of contrast for brain, they will need different tweaks, contrast and all that, decay and all that. There's a lot of maths into that. So you have to pay that guy, have a whole room, all that procedure. It is expensive. Then you have discomfort. I do not like to go into it. Harm. X-rays are buy it for you in long term. So not good. So that limits the use of it. Again, what we want is a routine procedure. Basically, a lot of women suffer from breast cancer, even though they can easily take care of it if they just go through mammogram regularly. But it is very brutal and discomfortable for them. Even though it's not harmful, it's not going to cause its ultrasound. But like apparently they apply so much force, they have to. It's not comfortable. And many women will be like, no, I'll not go just because of the discomfort. And again, I understand. My spine needs me to go inside an MRI. I do not want to. So I understand that. So ultrasound can also see inside you. So The mathematics that allows us to use radio waves, the mathematics that allows us to use X-rays, can't we use that? Well, you can. Now, ultrasound does have this problem. It does not travel through air. Like CAT scan does not need to submerge you into anything, nor does MRI. Ultrasound does. For example, if you want to breast scan your female patient, you have to dunk them in liquid. As in, like, not the full body, this is just for the breast cup. The necessity is because this transducer, they will scream in ultrasound, as in like megahertz, like I forgot, 16 megahertz or something, they will scream. That frequency will, air will just like, nope, air will just nope it. So this liquid allows the sound wave to actually travel. Now be mindful, the liquid is normal water. It's not that gel they do, it's normal water. Now benefit is that there is no pressure. So this can actually scan through the whole system and give you a very good tomographical map system. And problem with that is, while this works great for breast does not have air packets. Your lungs have air pockets. These puppies, they have lungs. And your food digestive tract, they also have air pockets. Ultrasound reflects air pocket, meaning ultrasound comes, you are submerged in liquid, it detects your lungs, it goes, it's like it becomes fuzzy there. Ironically, that's a very good benefit in emergency scenario, because, for example, let's say your lung is collapsed or compromised, or you have pus, or you have bleeding. Ultrasound will scream at you. It's like normal lungs, black, 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 black. Whoa, 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 why the heck I'm getting reflection here? Ultrasound should not be reflecting here. Something is wrong. And again, liquids have so much a density gradient that you can easily tell it's a pus, blood, water, whatever have you. So that is an issue. Like, you cannot expect to see inside lungs with any sort of resolution if you're using ultrasound. Bad things you will see, but again, at that point you are already too late. But you cannot see through lungs. Guts are also very rare. And then you also have to understand bones. Ultrasound does not like bones. It's like it barely goes through the calcium, meaning if my slip disc will be scanned by ultrasound, it will not have a good time resolving it. It will be almost useless, almost useless. So while it is great, and again, I'm very happy, and again, a lot of women being healthy, that's a lot of women being healthy. It's awesome. And again, the technology is being tested for this for past 2 to 3 years. It's there, by the way, it's there in use. So you need a water bath for coupling. So let that be very clear. Math is sorted. Early stage development has been done. You can do the same computational tomography with a different penalties for sound waves, but you can do that. And by the way, you might be like, okay, why can't we use some other waves? Yes, we do. We use microwave. Somebody have tried with a millimeter wave, but does not do too deep penetration, but it's really good for your skin scanning. So a lot of things have been tried. Ultrasound is really useful specifically because soft tissue, this actually bit slaps MRI. It's like, I can tell you the soft tissue precisely because MRI is relying on hydrogen, as in like, that's not that much there. This is relying on density. Tumors have very specific density gradient, and this puppy is like, hey, high density detected, fire missile. So what about AI, this thing? Again, so far I've only talked about the technology. Well, ultrasound mathematics is fundamentally messy because you are talking about waves. We're not talking about photons. The wave is messy, fundamentally. Like when you're talking about radio waves, it's very clean. Why it's clean? Because we spent billions of dollars making a super duper diaper giant magnet to stabilize it. It's fine. It's flat. X-ray, that puppy is a straight line. It's like, nothing happens to it. It's a straight line. Sound wave is like, it bounces, it reflects, it turns around. It's messy as hell. Now again, all these behavior, it's very well known, computationally doable. It's just that so much computation is needed. It's like going from a laptop to a supercomputer. So that's a very serious issue. Thankfully, we have been using AI in medical scans for quite some time. And this is one thing that Jason Huan was saying that is genuinely true, is going to happen, and you want it to happen, is that radiologist job will disappear. Because again, you literally are keeping a fully trained doctor just so they can tune the goddamn MRI machine. It should not be that difficult. Again, we are almost there where it can be done. Almost. And there are a lot of systems, hospitals that are deploying that right now, that radiologist comes down to diagnostics, and that same data goes to an AI agent. AI agents also scans it. Now be mindful, these AIs are not what you will call a large language model. They are machine learning models. They are very fine-tuned for one thing and one thing only. And generally they had found real world data to do that. How they found real world data is beyond me, but like they did. And they are actually good. Like sometimes they have detected something, or again, they are still in the training phase, but it is doable. And what's the use of AI inside the machine, inside the core mathematics? It speeds up because it's a highly advanced mathematical filter. Whenever you're talking about X-ray, I just showed you the simple method. If you try to do that in real life, it will be noisy as hell. What is the pattern of the noise? Again, can you back solve it mathematically brute force? Yes, it will just take your computer thousands of years. But if you have AI that has been trained on a super duper hypercomputer to figure that noise pattern out, back solve it, use the other methods to estimate it with reasonable accuracy, basically it's doing the same mathematics. It's just like figuring out which vector to apply. It's like intuition. It will be exponentially faster. I do not mean like faster, oh, it used to take 30 minutes, now it takes 3 minutes. No, it used to take 30 minutes, now it can be done in milliseconds. That's how big of a jump AI does. Again, you can buy, Canon is a very big manufacturer for CAT scan. You can buy AICE. They put CE just so people don't confuse with AI, which is integrated intelligence. But here's it has to have that because this is the easiest way to reduce X-ray exposure. Make the X-ray source dimmer. Like, okay, you dimmed it. How the heck people will see? Well, people won't. AI will. AI will noise reduce it. And they also have a physics-based engine. As in, like, there is an actual calculator, like X-ray source was here, like this domain, like it's a circle. X-ray source was here, scanner is here, your mathematics is saying it's here. Okay, you are wrong. Physics engine overrides it. It's a dumb physics engine. That's the whole point of it. It does not hallucinate, cannot hallucinate. And that allows AI to run again if it hallucinates. So it's a very robust, super specialized system. It will not do coding for you. It will not make movies for you. It's just one thing and very good at it. That's in use in UK hospitals today. And you have a small version of it, Stroke Finder M3 100 or something like that. So the idea is, whenever you're talking about first responders, they have this issue. They have medication for everything. They just don't have diagnostics for it. For example, let's say you got bammed, a car accident. Okay, your head went kaboom. Okay, what happened inside your head? What, like you're not carrying an X-ray box X-ray. What the hell happened in your head? You do not know. Either you are bleeding or you are clotting. Both of them can happen. Here's the deal. There are medication that will emergency allow you to take care of it right now. Like, okay, you are dying in 5 minutes. I'm making sure that you last at least 2-3 hours. That can be done. Meaning you will last long enough where a doctor can see you in a hospital. We can stabilize you. But if you give the person who is bleeding the medication for clotting, clotting is basically the medication for clotting is a blood thinner kind of deal. Yeah, turbocharge bleeding, they did. And same will happen in reverse. They have clotting, thought they are bleeding and you gave them the bleeding medication. Yeah, it will turbocharge the clotting, they did. So this is fatal penalty. You can give them the medication, they have to take judgment call. People don't like judgment call. And be mindful, even doctors can't make that judgment call. So that's why this machine was built. This uses microwave. Now, like, wait a minute, microwave wavelength is long. It will not see too much. It does not have to see too much. It's almost tricking the ultrasound way. It's like, what is the changes? Like normal head has this sort of wave pattern. And when you are bleeding, you have this sort of pattern. When you have a clot formation, you have this sort of pattern. It just screams clot or bleed. Nothing more than that. And basically it's a change engine. It scans it. It calculates it based on the internal AI database. And again, it's fully what you call off-grid. It's not sending it to a server. And it instantly tells you with high enough confidence that this is deployed in Australia, if I'm not mistaken, 2024. So it's in use. And bigger version of this, bigger as I do not mean bigger machine, as in like more static version, is used in hospitals for recovering patients of brain surgery, because this can scan your brain every 30 minutes and it will can scream at you something changed. Because mild change will not matter, like, your brain breathes, it's like, that will not trigger it. But if, like, let's say bleeding start, it will like, whoa, blood detected, yo, scream, get the nurse here. So it's right now in use. It's a good tool. You want it, I want it, we need it to be cheap. So it's great. And again, without onboard hyper AI, it will not work. Like flat out, you cannot brute force crunch this much. Again, maybe in future when we have optics computer, or maybe quantum computer, but like right now we are not there yet. Physics is like, you can try, like you can do that. You can do it. It's just that without AI, it will take too long. So what can we expect in the future? Well, this ultrasound CT scan, it's coming. It's a good tool. It's great. Even if it's only limited to, let's just say, specific breast system, it would be great to not have a lot of breast cancer patient. It's great for everybody. Women will be healthy. The nature would be healthy. Everybody wins. Everybody is awesome. So It's gonna happen. Now, can that extend into this sort of bathtub system where full body scan can be done? Again, physics is not stopping you. It's just a computational crunch. Who knows how to deal with computational crunch? AI puppies. So it can be done. And you're like, okay, but it will not do your bones. It will not do this hairstyle. How many times ultrasound was used? How many things ultrasound can do? It's like remove what it cannot do. Study what it can do. It's more than enough. It's not zero. It's more than enough. More than enough things. Even in your lungs, it can detect small amount of pus. Even in your bone, if something is very off, it's like, bro. Even the person looking at the scan report is like, yo, my man, you should go for an MRI. That's the whole point of it. Now, what Midjourney is doing, I respect this part. They are not saying is as a medical technology. They are not fighting with FDA. They are not doing what she did. What they are doing is wellness tracker. And again, from that point, it's a very good way of getting real world data, have 1 to 2 years to validate it before they bring it into hospital. Right now, hey, you're coming into the spa, getting dunked into this tub, and they are claiming 1 minute. Again, that is pure BS. Right now, it's 20 minutes. Can be stretched. Physics does not stop it. I could see a scenario where all the data, instead of being processed, is just folded. Like, you're just like, swing, data has been stored, and then your AI slowly crunches through data. That I can see. Not there yet. Again, why can't you have very high? Because again, water does need time to settle. If you move very fast, water itself will cause an issue. So you do need somewhat of settling time. There are some basically physics-based limitation. So 1 minute scan, that I'm like, that sounds investor jargon. But again, doing a wellness tracker, and the best advantage of this there in supposed utopia is that you can just do this every month. Now there it becomes very useful there, because again, differential imaging analysis is far higher quality and far more trustworthy. It will tell you, it's like, my man, you have something here. My man, you have something here. That is shut up, take money. And again, it does not have to do anything for you. It's just like, hey, you have some spot here, please get it checked through a hospital. If hospital messes it up, it's on hospital. You just did it. If it's a false positive, okay, no problem. So because again, they are not taking responsibility for it, it's fine. If they miss something, it's fine. It's a wellness tracker. It's not a medical system. If they detect something and it was not there, it's also fine. So it's a very, what you call, realistic approach to it. Again, I do expect this technology to take years before they are like, oh, it's a medical system. It's not there yet. Now, can it replace MRI? Hell no. No. Bones? No. Lungs? No. So, and not to mention, they might have to build, how the heck they're going to dunk your brain? Like, you have to breathe. So that would be difficult. Not impossible. It's just like they might have to hold your breath for a few seconds. So brains can, again, it won't be that, again, the wavelength is not, sound, high frequency sound is not that short wavelength. It's not X-ray. So resolution would be sloppy. So fundamentally speaking, it cannot touch MRI. In soft tissue, it cannot. CT will bitch slap this puppy on bones. Like basically, if a person goes through car accident, doctor will ask for CT. It's like, give me CT at this point in time, not this. Because again, they need to understand the bones. So again, be mindful. MRI exists, it did not replace CT. CT exists, MRI did not replace that. So they are both complementary. They're not exclusive. So this can also become another complementary, which again, for a lot of things, this is like, bro, I got this. Again, go to a normal ultrasound specialist. How many problems they are like, you have gallstones, you have this and that, ultrasound is your guy. So in those sort of scenarios, it would be very awesome. However, the final question is, this lady. Question is, do you trust the AI company or not? Again, science is good. Development direction, good. Do we need this? Yes. Everything is great. It's just that, do you trust Midjourney? That's the final question. So again, science is there. And again, I do wish this is what I want AI to be used for. Hey, we have this messy mathematical problem which we know to solve, but it takes through my AI is like, I got you, fam. That's awesome. I want my Star Trek like going, done. I don't think 1 minute will happen, but again, if it happens 5 minutes, fine. And heck, just based on differential mathematics, even bones will start to make sense. Hey, you have a goddamn bone protrusion, or like, your bones are darker. I think your bone marrow is getting affected or something. A lot of things can be done. Again, day 1, useless. Day 500, somewhat useful. Millions of people using it, lot of data refinement, lot of things is like, bro, we are the guy for, stones, gallbladder, lot of things. So It is a good direction. I just don't trust the AI company. So this was my presentation on this AI pivot to medical field, which has already happened. It's just that Midjourney is trying something bold. Hopefully you have liked it, learned from it. In that case, please hit the like button, share it amongst your friends. That will help me a lot. If you enjoyed it, click the hype button. If you didn't enjoy it, I urge you to press dislike, press it twice to show me disappointment. Please leave a comment because I do try to reply to all of them. Subscribe, press the bell icon if you're free, and as always, thanks for watching.